my girl kiss was way better than my guy kiss. So the girl kiss happened when I was 15 years old. I'm not going to say the girl's name because I'm friends with a lot of people that she's still friends with on Facebook. But the people who watch this video from that time, they're gonna know. So I was hanging out with this one friend of mine, and she was like, her house was like the party house. All the teens went to her house, but it wasn't like parties of like drinking and alcohol. Like, it wasn't crazy shit. So, you know, nobody was harmed in the making of this story. So we were all good kids. We'd hang out. Her mother would feed us, things like that. And so then there was another kid who lived like around the corner, our other mutual friend who I'm still friends with, Sweet Girl. So we go to her house, and she had like this awesome, like fucking, what color was it? Brown sectional in her house. And no, whose house was that? Whose house? Oh, it was the girl who I ended up kissing that night. It was her house. But like, I hate her now. Because, you know, she's really fucking stupid. It's one of those things where, like, if I tell you that someone's racist and to not be friends with a racist, you would think people follow directions. But let's go back to, you know, before our friendship went to shit. So we were over her house because she was ordering pizzas. You know, people could smoke weed in her house. She was crazy. I was like a sophomore in high school. You know, I knew on the inside that I liked girls. I just, you know, I wasn't going to say anything. I like guys too, but, you know, I felt like now it's not the time to really divulge into my sexuality at a party. My mom knew where I was. My mom knows all these things, and she always knew where I was and what I was doing, because I was one of those teenagers who like told her everything. Like, if there were drugs at a party, I would immediately call her and be like, come get me. I don't want to snort coke, you know, shit like that. So we're at this girl's house, and she's, you know, winking at me, hugging on me, being real sweet. And the group of friends I was with, we always hugged each other. We always hung out. You know, I didn't see anything different, but I thought she was really cute. We were really similar in our personalities and things like that. We would text all the time. We talked all the time. We were like as thick as thieves. Okay. So she's showing me around her house, and everything is going great. Now we're upstairs in her bedroom. But it was like me, her, like a couple guys. It was like a ton of shit people in her house. It may have been like 15 of us in her house. And looking back on it, God, it was crowded. So we're in her house, and we're in her room. She had been drinking some wine spritzers, and I was like completely sober because I don't drink around, you know, people who could potentially get me arrested. Plus, I was 15. Like, I like to break the rules in my own house, not out. And plus, the area in which she lived in, cops were always like patrolling, and you don't want to give them a reason to knock on your door and be like, what's the noise, you know? So anyway, we were in her room. We're all laughing, taking pictures, having a good time. Back then, like, my hair was like shaved on one side and long on the other side, and it was like reddish shit. It was like hot Cheetos red. Like, that's how red my hair was. And she was like touching my arm, and we're laughing. She's cuddling up under me, and, you know, she's like, I really want to kiss you. She like whispers it to me, and I was like, okay. Like, you know, she's really, really pretty, and I thought, oh my God, this pretty girl wants to like make out with me. And so, like, we went to, like, this part of her room where, like, nobody was paying attention to us. And I was taller than her. I'm exceptionally taller than her. She was, like, 5'5", 5'6". And I was, like, 5'9.5", almost 5'10". You know, she, like, got on her tippy toes. And I was like, no, you're fine. So I just, like, bent down. And it was, like, fucking holy shit. Like, her lips were the right size, my lips were the right size. It was fucking amazing. Like, she wrapped her arms around me. I mean, it went from like peck to like, oh yeah, girl, ow, yeah, I'm gonna have your baby. Like, shit like that, you know. And it was so cute. Like, it was so cute, you know. And then we like, we're done kissing, and then like we giggled, because, you know, that's what girls do when we kiss another girl. We giggle after it. Fantasies come true, you know. And everybody else was like staring at us like, oh, they like each other. And for a while there, it was just like me and her always making out. We hung out, we'd make out. Her room, the living room, other people's houses, bonfires, trampolines, roofs. Yeah, we made out on a roof once. We kissed a lot, you know. But we grew out of kissing each other, because like, I think one of us wanted more, and I was just kind of like, no. And I didn't believe in that. Since I was like fully out of the closet with my bisexuality, I didn't believe in taking somebody down a rabbit hole with me. That wouldn't have been smart. And you know, she came from like a really strict Jewish family, so I don't think it would have worked out. You know, I think after a while my mom wouldn't have cared, but like with her, I think her parents would have been like, you know, kill the witch. You know, I think that's what it would have been. And it was great. It was great. And the reason we stopped being friends was this one girl, her boyfriend, she was cheating on her boyfriend, and her boyfriend was really good friends with mine. May he rest in peace. And he asked me to tell him what I knew, and I told him the truth. Your girl out here cheating on you. And she called me all types of jigaboos and niggers on Facebook and in text messages. And so the girl I used to make out with, we were still really good friends, and I was telling her all this. I was like, yeah, that bitch is racist, she ignorant, like, who the fuck? It was like 2011 when all this shit went down. I was being called jigaboos and niggers, and the girl told me to kill myself. And she also said that my mother didn't love me because she let me get fat, and it was so intense. And like, she said how she was gonna beat my ass and all this other shit. And I was just like, oh well, girl, you can feel that way, but you're still a cheating ass bitch. And I had to tell your boyfriend, because I have more loyalty to him. Fuck a girl code, all right? You cheat on one of my friends and you are my friend, I'm telling on you. It's fucking logic. We were like 18 or 19 at the time. So when I told the girl who I used to like make out with excessively, she's racist, she's really fucked up, like she's really mean, everybody else took my side, right? Except for her. She was like in the beginning, oh yeah, I totally agree, like fuck her, like I'll never hang out with her again. Then a week later, these bitches were getting Chipotle together, and then they were getting Cold Stones together, because Cold Stones was still open somewhere. And like, she was just hanging out with her, and I was like, cool, if you want to be friends with a racist, you can go and do that, but I'm not gonna be friends with you, because you know, if we have a mutual enemy but I'm the only one who hates that person, I don't need the conflict. And plus, I didn't want to go over her house one day and then see that bitch sitting on the couch, because I would have charged her and probably snapped her fucking neck. Because you don't call somebody a jigaboo and say their mother, you know, is gonna let them die alone because everyone hates them, and not expect to get smacked around a few times, you know? So yeah, my girl kiss was amazing. My guy kiss was absolute shit. But I think that's how it is in the beginning. When you have your first kiss, whether you have it early on or whether you have it later in life, or maybe you've kissed both genders, I think there's always those moments that are really, really shitty. And then like you grow up and you look back on them, and then other people ask you, well, how was your first kiss? And you always have to tell them, hey, don't have too many expectations, because it will be a shit show 99% of the time. But my girl kiss wasn't. It was pretty fucking amazing. And if the story of me kissing another girl made you uncomfortable, I really don't want to fucking hear about it, because, you know, I don't live in fear of my sexuality. Okay? So I think that's everything about both stories. Yeah, I hope you guys love this double feature. I hope you guys like my nails. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that good shit to my channel. I put out new videos every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. This Wednesday, you will be getting a video about Scream, the TV series. But Friday, there will be no Face Mask Friday, because that's when my vacation starts. If no one's told you guys are awesome and that they love you, I think you're awesome. I love you. Stay cool out there, because if you haven't told by this video, I'm sweating bullets, because it's hotter than a bitch in California today. So, I love you guys. Have a great Sunday. Bye.